Hello, this is Black Shadow Lovis. Today I'm gonna be doing Gears of War Judgment review. Now, earlier on my blog, I was talking about how I was gonna mention my opinion of this game, which personally I really didn't enjoy this game too much compared to other Gears of War games. Um, let's first start off with the campaign. Um, Gears of War Judgment, unlike the other Gears, normally the other Gears took me personally like a day or two. This one I literally beat in only a couple of hours. I felt like the storyline really was just, I don't know, you didn't really learn anything new of the characters. You got two brand new characters, Sophia and I forget his other name. I know I'm not a big Gears of War fan, but he was in the Pendulum. They're all in the Pendulum War, and he's a new character. He fought against the Cog when they were doing the Pendulum War, and apparently he joined Gears. And really, the storyline. I'm going to try not to be a not too spoiler, this spoiler-free video. But you don't really learn too much from the game. It's just really the eyes of the first days of Baird, like what he sees and when he first encounters the Locust, and that's really it. I mean, like, I don't want to say too much. It's really just him getting environment and just getting adapted to certain things. There's a lot of new enemies. Well, okay, what am I saying? There's not a lot too many. There's not a lot of new enemies. There's only one, but really, there's nothing new. Yeah, I just felt like it was too short. Not that great. They changed the layout, which I'm really surprised they did a bold move like that. After completing 3 successful games of Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, they finally decided to change the layout where you press Y instead of using the cross stick button below the left trigger, or the left hand stick and trigger. And I'm surprised they did such a bold move, and also they changed the gun or the grenade to the LB upper stick or like trigger, and I'm just really surprised they did a bold move like that because after so many years of working on Gears of War, then again they did have people can fly work with Epic on this game, so um, yeah, I just felt like this campaign was really dull and I mean, not dull, I take that back, just not really interesting too much because you don't really learn too much. The multiplayer, man, uh, not that great. It felt like everything was too fast. Felt like things could have slowed down a little bit. A lot of one thing I gotta complain about in multiplayer is the stupid melee. It's way too overpowering. Literally, you're stunned for like 5 seconds when you get meleeed, and I just feel like they should take that off. Like, it's just ridiculous how overpowering the melee is. Just one hit stuns you. That's not realistic whatsoever. And I just really didn't like the multiplayer. There's nothing really. It wasn't really. It felt like it was just like a little bit of the Gears of War experience. It felt like the other Gears were more like meaty and like more exciting. This one you just want the match to end. At least that's how I feel. And the stupid ranking up, it's not like re-upping in there is re-up in the multiplayer, but it's not like Gears of War 3 where it's a different color. You just get a new emblem, and there's like every 3 classes there's a different color of emblem, and it's the same thing over and over again. I'm not sure how many re-ups there are. I'm only I think the 3rd re-up, but that's only because I was trying to go for achievements because I go after achievements when I play my games, and I just really did not like the campaign or the multiplayer and the campaign. And then beast mode, oh my, or like what supposedly is supposed to be beast mode, it's called now Overrun, and it's pretty much like Locust, a bunch of Locusts versus a bunch of Gears, and they're trying to protect the E-holes. And there's 2 E-holes, and then there's a generator each time E-hole gets destroyed on the map, because there's certain maps, and then you spawn at where that E-hole is, and you just keep on going back and forth, like go just pretty much backwards every time you destroy the E-hole. And eventually, when you destroy or you pretty much you show the final objective, which is a generator. Pretty much, it shows a cutscene or animation of like what happens if the Gears win. They mostly just hammer on pretty much everything in sight where you spawned, and then there's then if the Gears win, pretty much it's I mean the Locusts. When the Locusts win, pretty much everything gets destroyed and demolished, kind of like it shows like how everything's destroyed normally in Gears of War campaign, like how destructive the atmosphere is and all that. Um, what else would I have to say about this game? Oh yeah, they did have additional campaign story, which was called Aftermath, which is pretty much telling the story like what happened to main characters after the events of Judgment, like during the time span of Gears of War 3. And I have one complaint about the multiplayer they should have done. They in the multiplayer they put I don't know why, but they put Ty and Kim in the game, which they're not in the game whatsoever. And then they have Clay and Carmine in Aftermath, and they have all the Aftermath characters except for Clay and Carmine. I felt like they really should have, at least if they're gonna put if they're gonna put like new characters or like old characters into the multiplayer, like just randomly, they should have put ones that actually were in the game, not like unlike Kim and Ty and Jungle Ty if you got the uh, code or whatever. And I just really despise this game. Like, I mean, obviously I still play it, but I personally, out of 10, I would probably give it a good 4.5. I really wouldn't recommend buying it. There's only one thing that came good out of this, I guess, if you are a Gears of War fan. Um, you get the limited time offer of getting the downloadable code for Gears of War 1, which I already downloaded many years ago when I first got the game. Besides that, there's not really anything new or exciting that comes out of this experience. I just really didn't like the game. I felt like it was not Gears of War. It felt like more gameplay from Bulletstorm. I personally, if anything, just saying this is my opinion, but I personally think People That Can Fly, I think the only reason why they did this is so they get money to work on a Bulletstorm 2, because, kind of a cliffhanger at the end. But, besides that, I didn't really think it was, I didn't think it was worth my $60, personally. Personally, if I were you, I wouldn't, if you like Gears of War, then I wouldn't buy this because it kind of ruins the franchise a little bit. I mean, not for me, I still like Gears, but to me it just felt like it wasn't really that great. And as great as everybody thought it would be, they kind of made a really awesome, like, waiting, kind of like just excited build up, and then all of a sudden just disappointed everybody. I really didn't like it. So yeah, this is my Gears of War 3 Judgment review. So I give it a 4.5 out of 10 for the rating, and do not buy this at all. And this is my opinion of Gears of War Judgment. Leave some comments in the description by the description below. If there's anything for future videos that you want me to do reviews or anything, just comment. And also subscribe. Check out my other videos. I usually sometimes do vlogs. I just did one. This is Black Shell Lovis signing out.